Stop using third parties. Y'all, I cannot express to you enough to stop booking hotels through third-party websites. You are not getting a better deal. There is a reason why when you check out the clerks give you a receipt that says 0.00 unless you had incidentals. I just had a fellow extend his stay by booking another room via Priceline. He booked the wrong room type and I had to tell him he needed to call them because I can't change the room type in my system. Priceline called and asked if he could update the guest's reservation to the preferred room type. I said yes, please do. He said okay, great, and we hung up. Dude, never change the reservation. Third parties do not care about you the way we will. So I ended up having to trick our system and take extra steps and ensure that this couple got to stay in their same room they've already stayed in for a few days now. I am begging, lol. I use third party to check prices, then call the hotel directly to see if I can get an equal or better rate. Works every time. Agree, keep spreading the word. We got burned a few times years ago. We tell all our friends and family what a debacle it can be, never ever again. To piggyback off this, you will not earn points when you book third party. Sure, we can add your rewards number on, but you will not get the points. You have to book directly to earn rewards. Stop using third parties. Cross-post this to RYSK, they love to know stuff like this. I can't tell you how many times people booked the wrong San Marcos. There's one ICA and TX and there was nothing I could do. BC, they prepaid through a third party. Third parties are fine until you need to cancel, change something or have any other issue, then they're very little help. You are definitely getting a better deal, smiley face. I have managed rates for over 7 properties over 30 years and you are getting 20-50 cheaper using third parties. But yay, it's a trade-off. You get less control and support. It's up to you. You also get the shittiest rooms and the first to be moved if it's overbooked. I stopped third party for this very reason. If there's an issue, I don't want to deal with someone not on property because get this, it's easier. I booked third party once by mistake. What a nightmare. My sister loves to book through third parties. On our trip to NYC we almost got bounced from our hotel because they had some kind of kids musical groups convention there. She's nicer than I am and we managed to keep the room, but it was dicey. I always call hotel to see if they will match prices. Works half the time. Neither the third parties or the clerks at the hotel seem to care. I have traveled all over the USA and UK for work. Hotels most of the time were way more expensive when booked directly. So I am not sure what you are talking about. Lol. Just made multiple third-party reservations for 1-2 price and had no issues while on a road trip. The trick is to not do it while you are exhausted and be sure to make the reservation before midnight local time. I find it hard to get the number of the front desk to talk to a real person. Often you are sent to head office. I always want to speak to someone from the hotel to know which rooms are accessible for my mom or allow for a dog. Amen. Many corporate travel programs do not allow third-party bookings for this reason. But the average amateur traveler has no clue. I always join the hotel loyalty programs and book directly through them. Edit. You win. I'll delete and move on. Credit card apps use third-party booking. So if I want miles, which are very valuable for partner swaps, or I want to use my travel credits, I have to use the app. It's fine advice if you don't have a travel card, but if you don't, get you one. It's the book now, pay later for me that the hotels don't have. But an astonishingly handsome middle-aged man told me to use Trivago. It's got electrolytes. Had to share a bed with the homie at a music festival weekend in Vegas because of this. Fuck third parties. But third party is a better deal. All you described is a user error that made your day annoying as a hotel worker. You should be mad at your bosses for gouging. I'd gladly use the hotel's actually website if it was ever cheaper to do that. It never is. You said you couldn't change the room type, then proceeded to change the room type. Smiley face. Why do you ask people to stop using third parties when it's so easy for you not to offer your inventory on them? No one's forcing hotels to work with them. Connect to your extranets and set a restriction. Done. Give me 5x reward points and I'm in. I found it is cheaper. When we went to Cancun, we went to a really upscale place and asked for prices directly at their desk, and they quoted like $600, and they actually recommended that we book it through Expedia for around $300. I will if the hotel will price match. I used to work front desk at a hotel and we usually price matched. Unless the hotel's website is going to offer the same rates as the third parties, I'll continue with Kayak, and they haven't let me down yet and saved me hundreds of dollars versus paying more for the same exact room. Except I get better rates and rewards booking third party. Woman shrugging. Interesting, because I use a third party all the time and always get a receipt that tells me the amount. Not once has it ever said $0. I use Expedia. When I messed up on booking the wrong date, it took a simple phone call to the hotel and poof, it was fixed. Random hotel in my area. Their website $289 night pre-taxes and fees. Booking $268 night after taxes and fees, on payment confirmation screen. Same exact room. Don't tell me it's not a better deal. LMFAO. We see how you put third party at bottom of our lists and last room assignments. I've never had an issue and I don't want to talk to people. This is why I use. I wonder if we can work a deal where people stop using third party to book, when hotels stop charging resort fees. Hotels are usually more difficult to deal with and refuse any deals when you're in the lobby because they know you need a bed for the night and want to strong arm you. I have used third parties when the hotel is fully booked. Otherwise, they have set asides for these apparently. Can't get around it sometimes. Sometimes they won't match that price either. I worked in hotels for years. Multiple companies. You can absolutely get a better deal through third parties. You can try calling to get them to match, but half of hotel employees are either lazy or have managers breathing down their necks. This thread reads like OP just had to deal with some dumb customer who didn't understand how third parties work. You mean always use third parties? That's not reasonable. Seems like you need to work it out with the third parties. You use aggregator sites so you can find good deals. It's unreasonable to think we'll actually find your hotel otherwise. I book third party because I don't have loyalty to a single brand. That way I still get points no matter what brand I stay with.